what's up? It is the Oil Stream. What a day. Connor McDavid, I am stunned. 2-year extension, no raise. What a legendary move from your captain, Connor McDavid. My goodness, that is absolutely insane. The Oil Stream is live. Thank you very much for being here. You can text us at 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Tommy Gazzola is just wrapping up from the hangout. He'll be sliding in. We got the middle chair set up. Probably get some Reed Wilkins. Probably get some Hernan Sauce. I got to hear from my man, YouTube Trev, today. Because Trev was Trev on the morning show today said he's out. He's done. If he leaves, he wouldn't be a fan anymore. And well, that's not happening. So we've got that right now. You can text us tons of text messages. I think this is an absolutely genius move from Connor McDavid. We will tell you why. That's coming up. That's coming up in a little bit. The Oil Stream is brought to you by Boston Pizza, as it always is. And yeah, busy day. This was stunning news. Stunning news. Some people said it was going to be less than 15. Some people said it was going to be less than 14. And all of a sudden it's 12.5. Like this is absolutely insane. YouTube Trev is with us, getting us set up here. Trev, I got to know, man. How are you feeling right now, buddy? Speak for all the Oilers fans out there. How are you right now?
Man, that's crazy. I was not expecting this. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of I guess a lot of talk over the weekend, what was going to happen. And yeah, surely enough, here we are, man. I feel great. I'm happy. Just a huge team deal, man. Like no one saw this coming. No one expected it. He said, he wants to win. He wants to win so bad in Edmonton. And boy, does this put them in a good position come trade deadline or just in the future with contracts and other deals and whatnot. So yeah, ultimate team-friendly deal for Connor McDavid. Man, he's just an absolute beauty. This is awesome. What a captain.
And through this entire process, I don't think anybody even suggested, hey, what if he just took 2 years at the same amount of money?
No.
If somebody would have suggested that,
no,
everybody would have called us or you or whoever insane.
Yeah.
To think that he would do that. But that is what he has done. Over on the Nasty Chat, if you're watching on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. Sub to the channel if you haven't already. You can listen on TuneIn. You can listen on iHeart. You can listen to EdmontonSportsTalk.com. And, of course, you can listen to The Nielson Show at 95.7 Cruise FM. Tomorrow morning on The Nielson Show, we will debut the Connor McDavid signing song. We're going to save that for The Nielson Show tomorrow morning.
Let's go.
We will be playing the hell out of that thing tomorrow morning as well. There's lots to break down. Apparently, I've seen some reports that this morning he told the Oilers, yeah, okay, I'm going to stay. Let's get a deal done. And it moved along pretty quickly from there. Tommy broke on the hangout.
Yeah.
It was insane. This is a stunner.
Insane in terms of, sounds good, thanks. AAV, absolutely floored. This is a smack in the face to all the guys looking to score big, huge contracts by the best player in the world. Like
I'm going to disagree, but go ahead.
You don't think it's a smack in the face?
No, I don't.
I think it is.
I don't think it is because this is obviously a unique circumstance. Right?
Well, hear me out, because it is a unique circumstance, but the best player in the world just took $4.5 million less per season than one of the best players in the world in Kirill Kaprizov, because he wants to win. Now, teams, when they go into contract negotiations with, let's say, Jack Eichel or whatever, if they choose to, they could be like, well, McDavid's only making. But
I don't think they can. I think it's such a unique situation that the other team's agents are going to go, yeah, you're right. Eichel should just take no raise either, just like McDavid. You know what I mean?
They could.
But I just don't think that'll happen.
It's a smack in the face to the other big name free agents.
I think it's such a unique deal that it doesn't impact any of them at all.
Really?
Yeah, like I think if he would have signed for like 14 mil, then maybe that would be the case. But him not getting an increase at all is straight up hometown discount for 2 more years, doing the team a major favor. I don't think it impacts those guys at all. Like Eichel's going to get more money than Connor McDavid if he wants. I mean, he's in Vegas. It's a different tax situation. We'll see what happens on that front. But like the next 2 or 3 years when good free agents come up, I don't think they don't get more than 12.5 because of McDavid. I think McDavid just did like the Oilers a major fit. They might, but it's not going to work.
I think players will still get their bag. But and we had Pagnotta. I said it a few times on the hangout. Pagnotta was saying there's agents and teams already working on the premise that next year the cap is 107 to 108 mil, not 104. or 105. They're thinking that the projections are low by a few million. And then can you imagine what it'll be the year after, where it's supposed to be, I think 113 was the projection. That could be as high as like 118 to 120 potentially. So guys are going to want, like, you're going to get the Shesterkins of the world and the Kaprizovs that say, no, you pay me. You pay me my percentage of the cap as it goes up. But I think what McDavid did today just kind of like smacked all those guys in the face, said, you're not better than me, but I'll still take this money at a lower rate. To me, it is.
I don't think that's. And I don't think it's related.
I admire him for doing that, and it now gives the Oilers more of an opportunity, wiggle room to get impact players to truly put them over the top and load up and win a Stanley Cup. And got credit to McDavid for sticking with what he said and not just using that, I want to win, I want to do everything to win, and using that as just hot talk and BS, because he put his money where his mouth is by taking way less than he could have.
This is interesting. Ripsy Step makes a good point. With the cap going up, McDavid technically is taking a pay cut.
Yeah.
Like from a percentage of the cap situation, Connor McDavid will be making significantly less percentage of cap over the second and third year, or like 2 and 3 years from now when this deal kicks in.
You can have up to 20%, right? And even this year, that would have been 19.1 million.
Yeah, 19.1 this year, and then the next year it would have been 20.
Yeah,
next year. So, like, I think this is why I think it's brilliant from McDavid, this whole thing, for a couple of different reasons. One, first of all, I mean, he's going to get the bag whenever he wants the bag. Like, he's going to get paid whenever he decides that, okay, this is where I'm going to settle in. He's given this team, he's given Oilers management the absolute most sweetheart deal that you possibly could ever give somebody.
He Crosby'd it.
He has given them, he's given them 3 years now. Here's me for 3 years, locked in the same amount, build a team around me, we'll take 3 runs at the Stanley Cup. He's looked upon now as a hero in this market forever. They don't put a team around him to win the Stanley Cup in the next 3 years.
Bye-bye.
He walks, and everybody in the city just goes, see you later. Thank you for giving the team a deal for the last 2 years. This group of management is completely inept, and he leaves a hero. Like, I think he has set himself up to leave a hero, which is genius. It's genius for McDavid.
Basically preemptively put Stan Bowman and Jeff Jackson into the villains category by doing this.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, they've got 3 years to deliver a Stanley Cup. And if McDavid walks, then he walks, and nobody cares about him. Though they're going to care about him walking, but nobody's going to blame him, because they're going to say McDavid gave Bowman and Jackson basically 2 years with no cap increase, and less if you look at it. And they weren't able to deliver. Those two guys look like the biggest dunces of all time.
This is
and
mental
McDavid
warfare.
Walks away as a genius. Like he would walk away. It's tough to say. Like, the amount of people, there will be such a small amount of people that are pissed off at him, and everybody would just be heartbroken. You know, like if he takes 18 million right now and they don't win, and then he leaves and be like, wow, he took money and they couldn't build a team around him. How much do they really want to win? Well, now he's showing you that he does want to win. Yep. He's going to leave $5 million on the table for each of the next couple of $5 or $6 million.
Yes.
Maybe even more for the next couple of years to let this team try to build a thing around him. And if they don't deliver a cup, he leaves. Everybody's like, thank you for your service. You did everything you could. This group of people couldn't put a team around you, even though you gave them an extra $6-7 million a year.
Yep.
And those guys are going to look like idiots. And he's going to be a saint even when he leaves, which is, I think, set himself up genius.
Very surprised by all of this, how it's unfolding, how it unfolded, where it's at. And at the same time, just that is brilliant. If that is truly part of the strategy. Hopefully he's not thinking about that. Hopefully he's saying, I want to win here. I want to do it with my best friends. I like what we've got. My family's comfortable here. We'll get to the next extension when we get there.
Yeah.
Let's just take care of business. And how do I make sure that this team can win? Hopefully that is sincerely how he's thinking, and not going, I at the same time want to twist this all up into a pretzel and make Stan and Jeff look like villains preemptively. I don't think I don't think he wants to, but in a way, the way we look at it, he kind of has.
He's not. He probably did not think about that.
That's what I'm saying. I hope he didn't.
But that's 100% what he's done for himself here, which is brilliant. If they can't if they can't use this 6 or 7 mil to put a Stanley Cup winner around him, then he leaves. The fan base, 98% of them are going to sit there and go, Thank you for what you did.
Yes.
You can go now.
Yes.
They'll have to struggle and try to find a way around it. And maybe this is, he gives them this look for the next couple of years, 3 years now at 12-5. And then they're able to build a team, and then the cap's going up, and he goes, boom, now I get my bag here in Edmonton. Like, that's totally a possibility as well. But he has set himself up to be a hero forever, even if he walks in 3 years, because the team would have totally dropped the bag on him.
Okay. So, quick updates. Well said, Dusty. Announcement coming at noon, the Oilers say. Stan Bowman will speak via Zoom shortly afterwards and save everyone a trip to the arena. Players will be available post-practice tomorrow. So Bowman will speak today. Another announcement at noon. Players available post-practice tomorrow.
Connor McDavid will not be available until post-practice tomorrow. There's no special press conference for this to be announced.
Correct. He does not want that.
McDavid-ish. He's just going to do it after practice tomorrow. It would be probably the biggest post-practice scrum that we've seen in a long, long time. So Bowman's going to Zoom today.
Brett via the nasty chat says this, all caps, by the way. This is so good, and online haters are like the beautiful confetti at the party.
Sprinkling down?
Sprinkling down. Good. I'm glad that, listen, I thought he was going to take more than Kaprizov. I went on that rant as Bronco Nick brought it up.
You did go on a rant.
I was very impassioned. I think he deserves it. I think he should have. I did not expect to see him take this much of a discount at all, which is amazing. It does speak to his mindset, his character, all that. Well done, sir. My hat tips to you. And he really is putting his money where his mouth is and saying, I want to win. I want to do it. And he also says for the next couple of years, he believes that the right place is here.
And he's giving him everything he can.
Yes.
To make this. I wonder if he's already chatted with a couple of guys who are like, okay, I'm going to do this. Now we're going to go get this guy, or this guy's going to be willing to come here as a free agent next year.
Can I fill in some of that? Because that's a valid question. So Hello Hockey is into episode. We just finished our second episode of the new season. On
Saturdays, right here on Edmonton Sports Talk.
10 to noon, right here on EST. Myself, Sean Bell, Dave Pagnotta, one of the great hockey insiders in the NHL. Peg said, and was telling Belsey and I all summer long, like, hey, your boy in Edmonton he's kind of like putting the word out to high-end players when their contracts are done. Edmonton should be, this is paraphrasing what Pagnotta was saying. Edmonton, we look at us like you should be considering Edmonton. And then Dave on last Saturday, not 2 Saturdays ago, I should say, hinted at some guys that are kind of already looking at Edmonton potentially. And a lot of it has to do with 97 and 29. So yes, he's kind of, by all accounts, in his own way, LeBroning this thing. And why not?
Which I never had a problem with before, and I don't have a problem with it now.
Yeah.
Should bring up the list of guys who are UFAs at the end of this year and just sort of see, where they might be able to, where they can use an extra $6 million. That's what he's giving them, an extra $6 million at least. I think $6 million is fair.
And that's why
18
Dave was
and a half
saying
he could have gotten easy.
Impact player, not just a third, fourth line guy, impact player. What does that cost now? $6 to $8 million.
All right, I want to get to I have tons of text messages, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Kevin says Calgary must be losing their shit right now. I know a certain show in Calgary who is taking a lot of pleasure in the possibility of McDavid.
Was it our dear friend Patrick?
No, not Steinberg.
Pat has a great heart.
Steinberg's a good dude.
He's a good dude. He's one of the best.
But it's going to be kind of funny to see that reaction. All right, so somebody hop on and give us a list of UFAs next year. I want to know who's out there that McDavid's already said, hey, man, let's come come with. I'm going to take less. You come play with me next year. I wonder who that could be. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999 is where you can text in. And over on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube right now, hammer the thumbs up for us. Tell your friends about EST and have them sub to the channel as well. I broke the news to Marshall and Elizabeth earlier this morning. They're losing their minds. They're like all the adults out there right now.
Not only do they don't have to go to school
as well. Yeah.
They get a contract extension.
Great day for all these kids to be home. Yeah, more on that later. I'll have a hot take on that as a husband of a teacher. I'm going to try to tread lightly on that one. All right, let's get to, oh man, how about this? Dirty Don says, does this open the door for Crosby?
I honestly think Sidney Crosby truly wants to stay in Pittsburgh and go post to post with the Pens. That's my take, but I doubt it.
Yeah. Could you imagine, though? Connor
No, I don't even want it.
I'm going to take $6 million less. And then we're going to get you to come wrap your career with me in Edmonton and win some Cups. That'd be crazy. Yeah. It's...
As supersized Indiana Jones just put it, this opens the door for everyone. All possibilities.
I mean,
so much flexibility.
With the cap going up and him being a flat salary for the next, I can't believe that he just took 12.5. I thought it was going to come in because it was a 2-year deal less than what Kaprizov got because there's so many UFA years bought there, but I can't believe he took 2 years and 12.5 mil. What a legendary move.
That's insane.
Legendary move. Oilers fans listening right now, you guys should be completely stoked. Han Shorkov says, Malkin, Kempe, Tuck, Broberg, eyes emoji. Tuck's one that's popped up a lot already.
Tuck,
I mean, wasn't he linked to them last year at the deadline? That's what it was. Yeah. Fraser's in and says, to put this signing in perspective, McDavid isn't even the highest paid player on his own team right now. Yeah, I know. It's pretty impressive. Horse Eyes texts in and says, maybe Stan Bowman is a genius and just ground him down. GM of the year.
Yeah, I highly doubt that.
That is a funny thought. Like McDavid goes, listen, man, I'm going to need 17.1. And Bowman's just like, nope, if you want to play here, it's 12.5, no raise. What have you done to earn a raise of any type of significance?
I've won the Art Ross Trophy 5 times. I've been the league MVP 3 times. I don't know. 2 Stanley Cup finals.
I don't think that would be the case, but God, that's a funny thing to think of.
Yeah. What do you got?
I mean, the chat's just flying here. I'm trying to sort through a few of these as well. Andrew, he says we must add another Connor, Kyle Connor. Well, Kyle Connor, we'll see what happens with him. He would be a UFA at the end of the year. He's on a contract year in Winnipeg if he doesn't get a deal done. Coach Mike saying 15-minute standing ovation on Wednesday for 97.
What does it beat Gretzky's standing ovation when he came back as an LA King? I think he got 8 minutes.
He had 8 minutes?
8 minutes, yeah, when he came out of, I think it was after warm-up.
I think it's going to be 5 minutes at least until McDavid's like, enough already. Like,
yeah, he probably will.
Don't worry
People
about him.
Will be too crazy about it.
Hontorio Mome says, I wrote this day in my calendar. I was able to look up all NHL free agents and sort them from highest cap to lowest cap instead of the inverse. Thank you, 97. Panarin, Makar, Kyle Connor, Kempe. I don't think it'll be Makar. Let's see how this season plays out and let's see what they can but it opens up the playbook for Jackson and Bowman. Right? Yep. The flexibility that they now have because of what Connor McDavid did is rather incredible.
Queen B. Amy says, McDavid for mayor.
He could do whatever he wanted in this city right now, man.
Yeah.
He can do whatever he wanted in this city right now. All right, let's we got Reed Wilkins. Hey, Reed, come on in. We're going to get Reed Wilkins on here. We'll make sure the boys get the board up. We'll get Reed's thoughts. Might get Hernan is fired up as well. Hernan's already going around the office going like, Vasilevsky? I'm like, man, so calm down. You know how Hernan gets. Hernan gets pretty fired up. EST afternoons is going to be good today.
Get to the same level Trev does because I think Trev's literally crying tears of joy right now.
Yeah, Trev's very excited. He was saying that he was going to leave as a fan if he left. So
See, there you go.
I don't know if the board's up over there. Let me just.
People saying Bobrovsky for a goalie. Guys, Bobrovsky's like 36. I don't think that's going to happen. Hi, Reed.
Hello, Tom.
Oh, your mic's not on. Reed Wilkins will be joining us. Connor McDavid has signed 2-year extension, $12.5 million.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're good.
We got it.
Reed.
Hi, Reed.
Reed Wilkins, $12.5 million, buddy.
Yeah, I'm stunned. I mean, that's the story of the day, is that he did not get a raise. I mean, he wasn't even like, 12.6. I deserve a little more.
Right.
And you have to remember what he said the day he scrummed on that Friday, still of the captain's skates, where he basically said, I've been doing this a while and I've put myself in position, to, I mean, I can't remember. I'm going to have to get the clip. I want to go back and get that clip from almost a month ago now. But he basically said, I'm in a unique position and I deserve a lot of money because I'm good at what I do and I work hard at it. I mean, that's basically what he said.
He deserves $19.1 million. He deserves 20% of the team's cap every year. He's earned that.
Right.
But he's chosen not to.
Yeah, and I wonder what he's going to say tomorrow. He probably won't give an answer that's in any way definitive.
Probably.
But I wonder what he's going to say tomorrow, because this is the crazy thing. He's calling the shots. Whatever he said he wanted, the Oilers were going to agree to.
Right.
I mean, like you said, there's rules as to how much he can make, because you can't make more than a certain percentage of the cap.
Yeah.
So he couldn't ask for $40 million. So whatever he said, the Oilers were going to say yes to. So Connor McDavid decided to stay at $12.5 million per year. Like,
It's still, I'm flabbergasted.
That goes against how the human brain operates.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been saying through this process, is that we can't really understand this individual. He's different, not just in his physical ability as a hockey player. I think because of everything he's had to deal with since he was 7, he's different. So somewhere in all of this, he decided, I'll just make the same amount of money. It's fine. Which again is really hard to explain unless you're him. And I don't know if he's going to explain it, because I would think even if I or one of us were in his situation and you thought, you know what, I'm pretty damn rich, I'm pretty damn lucky, you would think there'd still be a slice of ego that would say, but it's been 8 years since I signed this last contract. I should ask for more.
Yeah.
I should maybe just ask for 13.
He's technically getting less with the cap going up. His cap percentage is dropping.
And inflation.
Yeah, his cap percentage is dropping.
Have you seen the price of eggs? So, or you think he would say, Leon and I are such good buddies. 14. We'll just make the same. We can joke about making the exact same amount of money for a couple of years. It's just so odd that this is what he came up with. Because again, this was not a contract that was agreed to. This was not a contract, unless I'm going to find out, maybe I'll be further shocked that there weren't negotiations.
Yeah.
Maybe he was like, yeah, I'll make 8. And Bowman was like, look, we should probably at least leave it this. Wouldn't that be amazing if Connor wanted to play for even less?
I'm going to volunteer for 2 years. Spend the 12.5 somewhere else.
And Bowman was like, we better leave it the same. I doubt that. But that's and I wonder what he'll say to that tomorrow. I mean, clearly, if nobody beats me to it, I'll be like, so you didn't think you should deserve a raise? That's what I don't get. I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying I personally don't understand it. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe someone can explain it to me.
I can't explain it to you. I can't explain it.
Still floored by this.
Stunned is the best word to describe the fact that he's just like, let's just continue on. Cap's going up by this much, but I'm just going to stay where I am for 3 more years. Well, 2 more, and then this one. It's I can't believe that's what he decided to do. Imagine being Stan Bowman and Jeff Jackson, and Connor calls you and says, okay, 2 more years, same amount. Think about being those guys and how critical that is to their job. He's like, here you go. I just made your job supposedly easier.
Jeff goes into his
yeah.
liquor cabinet at OEG head offices, grabs his finest bottle of scotch, and walks over to Stan's office. Says, "Good job."
Pours a little bottle.
Like, what were they saying when they got this? I mean, we probably won't find this out tomorrow. Maybe it'll come out eventually. Maybe it'll never fully come out. But what was said? What was Connor telling them all the time? Like, did he tell them at some point, "Hey guys, like it'll probably be 4 years or less"? And
I have no idea,
because I think all Stan Bowman. And again, we're not NHL GM, so it's hard to know exactly what they would say. But was not all Stan Bowman saying through this process, "Well, we want to have you back for as long as possible. Take your time."
What else?
What else can he say?
Whatever you want, let us know.
Because this is not a replaceable player, you know.
Yeah. We want you here.
Yeah, and now here's something that surprises me, and again, I can't know how Connor McDavid thinks. With his personality, it's amazing he's going to put himself through all of this again in 2 years.
I know.
Potentially.
You thought this was bad.
Yeah.
2 years from now could be even worse.
Well, I mentioned it earlier, Reed. Like, what he's done here is he set himself up as a hero because gives them 3 years at 12.5 for the next 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
If Bowman and Jackson can't deliver a Stanley Cup around this guy, McDavid walks. The entire fan base goes, "Thank you so much for taking 5 to 6 to 7 million less than you could have to give us a chance to win.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson and Bowman are idiots. You go on your way and go try to win a cup somewhere else." Like, I don't think he did that on purpose to those guys, but I think he set himself up here to be a saint. Like, moving forward, people are going to be like, "You've done your time here, Connor. Go on now." Like, let's say he leaves in 3 years.
When he's 31.
98% of the fan base is going to be livid at Bowman and Jackson. And they'll be like,
depending on how the team does. I mean, if there's still a good team that makes the Stanley Cup final, then I don't know. You could say they're a flawed. Like, was the last team flawed in its last 2 years?
But if McDavid leaves at that point,
yeah.
Oh, if he leaves,
and they still haven't won a Stanley Cup, nobody's going to criticize McDavid for leaving after giving the team a huge pay cut for
I see what
2
you're
more
saying,
years,
yeah.
right?
What he's done here is the ultimate aura farming, as the kids would call it.
I see. Wow. I don't under. Do you know what aura farming?
No idea.
Either. What's that mean, Tommy?
It means everybody loves you because you're farming that aura.
Okay, but what's that mean? What's that like? Aura is
everybody's favorite.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I don't understand it.
Yeah, I know. Like we're trying to get younger kids.
I got a younger kid thing for you. I know he only signed for 2 years, but I was hoping that he might sign for 6, 7.
I don't even understand
6, 7. That's a big thing right now.
I don't get it.
The kids will get that, and they're all home watching today because there's no school. Let's get Havana Ben texts in. It says, Connor is 28. He'll be 29 when this extension starts, 31 when it ends. If he signs a 7-year deal after that, it'll take him to 38. If he signed a big contract now, let's say 8 and 20 or something, it would start when he's 29, go till he's 37. The contract would be more of a burden now than at the end when the cap has gone up. By then, he'd be 37. All of his cup-chasing years would be spent in the highest cap it. This is a team-friendly deal. At the end of his career, a few more kicks at the can, maybe a little bit later on. Or could he do that when he's done, take a team-friendly deal somewhere else when he's like 30, 38, 39? I mean, there's a lot going on there in that text, but I think he's taking his prime years and taking the best run at a cup when he can.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they're able to spend this? Do you think he's talked to some guys that will come as an unrestricted free agent next year, $6-7 million player, and be like, I'm going to take this hit. You come here next year and let's take a run at it.
Yeah, I don't know how, again, it's hard to know how formally they would discuss that. I don't know. And I don't know if he would want to tell a lot of other people what he's thinking exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he'd be spending the summer going around Muskoka or wherever he was saying, hey, I'm going to sign for 12.5.
See that part?
Wink. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if he'd share
people how much.
I don't know if he'd share his thoughts.
But I also think you take 12.5 knowing that there's another step here.
But,
you know,
but if these guys have casual conversations.
Oh,
but
for sure.
He's talking to other guys, being like, listen, it's great to play in Edmonton. We have a good thing going. That sounds like a guy that doesn't plan on leaving.
Yeah.
And he's planning ahead in Edmonton. And that's what basically we were getting at on Hello Hockey and when Pegnotta was dropping that information. But I don't think he's going, all right, guys, hear me out. I'm taking less money so we can sign you. And if you want to get traded here, you can't do that. You got to be a little bit ambiguous in your conversations when you have them. And these guys do talk.
Somebody said Lauren's business must be doing really well. They just don't need the raise.
Yeah, maybe.
Her business is crushing it so much
that
that McDavid doesn't need the anything on addition to the 12.5. All right, keep these coming in.
Ben Thompson, who taught me.
Did he teach you aura farming?
Yeah, he says that's the wrong use of aura farming. See, I don't know how
Tommy,
these.
please.
Oh, Tom.
The stupid 6'7", I don't understand this aura farming. Evidently, I didn't use properly.
What's the 6'7"?
It's a thing from a song that a rapper had where he said something about 6'7", and then it just became a meme, and now all kids are doing
And
it.
it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. No. Actually, it doesn't make any sense.
Brain
it's just
rot.
like a
This
thing
is
that
brain rot.
it's a thing that popped up
It holds true to the definition. Brain rot.
yesterday.
It's stupid.
We were playing a hockey. Marshall had a hockey game yesterday. I'm on the bench. We're down like 8-1, and I look, and these two kids are on the bench, like sitting. Most of the team standing up. These two kids are sitting on the bench, and I look down at them, and they're doing this. This is what they do when they do the 6'7" thing. They get their hands going like this, and they're just looking at each other, going 6'7". And in my mind, I'm like, we're down by 6 to 7 goals.
Yeah.
Turn around and watch the game.
Yeah.
What are we
Hockey.
doing here?
Yeah. Did you cut them both?
No, but I went over and would sternly talk to both their parents.
Good.
I said, enough of this 6'7" garbage when we are on the bench. There's a lot of people making jokes about some sort of secondary business, Kawhi Leonard style, that'll be set up. Connor McDavid will be the CEO of.
If it is tree planting, there's already a tree planter employed by OEG. So
I see.
Yeah,
That'd be a hell of a scandal, eh? That would be a hell of a scandal. What's the standing ovation look like on Wednesday night?
Like Howard got sent down.
Now, is that just paper transaction?
So he's on there.
I think that might. I bet you.
So he's on. So he's not on the opening day roster.
I was reading Puckpedia thing on Sunday.
They do that. Yeah,
and he laid out that Howard and he suggested one other guy would probably go down as well. Yeah. Okay. So that's exactly. Yeah.
And then they'll call them back up tomorrow. Right.
Yeah. This is exactly what Puckpedia said. Howard and Thomasek down. James Hamlin called back up, and then they'll make the flip back tomorrow.
I can't remember the reason they do that.
Janmark on injured reserve. Did you say that?
No, we didn't care about Janmark.
Pardon me.
Sorry, Tommy.
That's a loss not having Janmark on the roster.
There you go.
Where do you think he slots in this year?
Well, not on one of the top two lines, Dustin.
No, definitely not. What did you think of the lines yesterday, Reed?
I got to recap what they were.
I got you here. McDavid with Frederick and Draisaitl, Nugent, Savoy, and Mangiapane, Philp, Kapanen, Podkolzin, and then Henrique, Thomasek, and Howard.
Isn't that odd that Thomasek is now at wing when he played the whole preseason at center?
I thought that was kind of interesting that they didn't really play him on the wing in the preseason. But I thought when he came over that he would be on the right wing when he came over. So I was a little surprised he played so much at center in the preseason. But
I'm glad Savoy's getting a chance there. Even though Podkolzin was up there, he was on that line in the last regular season game, wasn't he? Trying to remember. I don't mind those. I mean, we'll have to see what Howard's going to do there. Maybe Henrique is kind of supposed to be the mentor for him a little bit. I just think, to get back to the McDavid stuff, like, was this part of the whole discussion too? Like, did Draisaitl and McDavid say in their exit interviews or at some point, just turn us loose? Just turn us loose for a season.
Just let us play together.
Don't let us, enough of the back and forth. I don't know if they would say it in a demanding way. I think you'd say something more like, let's see what we can do. And you know what? They're not idiots. Like, they would say, hey, if we're 5-7 in October, and then okay, switch it back. But actually turn us loose with a big body who can retrieve pucks and occupy the front of the net. So, Hyman's hurt, so now it's Frederick. And, is this Knobloch maybe saying, okay, like, yeah, go do it, guys. Like, go have playtime. Go have playtime, get 2 or 3 goals a game, and I'll try to put together lines that can be even. And then we win most of the time. Like, this is interesting to me that's going to be the line to start the season. And he said it before the preseason games even started.
Yeah, that was it. That's what they're going to go with.
Right.
Yeah.
So he doesn't care that the rest of the league knows. He's daring everybody else to check them. Right? Now, There's a couple players at center that I'm not sure. I mean, even Nuge I prefer on the wing. But this is really interesting, right? Like, did these players say like enough of the back and forth? You want to pick a line, put us together, and let us go. Okay, and if we lose, fine. Then you can.
But
make
let
your
us
own
go
lines.
down fighting together.
Right. Like if we start the season poorly and we go on this road trip, the 5-gamer, and then we have this 7-gamer in November, and we can't do it, then fine. Then you can give us any other wingers, but let us go, turn us loose.
I don't think they said that.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think they suggested it?
I think it might have been brought up and they said, sure, whatever you want.
At least until Hyman's back.
The team is better served with both of those guys running their own lines. You want to talk about true balance? Like, okay, so hypothetically, if they said, turn us loose, put us on the same line, then it's on them to score a goal in the first 5 to 10 minutes of every game to preemptively, mitigate a crappy goal against, potentially, by Stu Skinner or Calvin Pickard every game.
Okay, I'm suggesting maybe they said it'd be interesting. I'm not saying they went in there and slammed their hands on the table and said, turn us loose. I'm suggesting they could have, one or both of them said, it'd be interesting to see what Leon and I could do on a line for the full season with my buddy. Which
they play together all the time regardless.
Yeah, but
off and on.
In spurts though, right? Like
essentially spurts is like once every game essentially.
Yeah, but what if they were
Outside
just
of power
left
play.
together all the time for the full year?
Well, sure, try it.
I don't think they will because
No,
we know
exactly.
Knoblauch switches things around a little bit. But I think it's interesting. How about this? So my mom and dad are in Toronto right now, and my dad just sent me a picture. He goes, "This is where we were when we found out on our phone that Connor McDavid was signing."
Oh, wow.
Hockey Hall of Fame.
That's amazing.
With the Stanley Cup.
That's great.
My parents were standing next to the Stanley Cup when my dad's phone buzzed and it said Connor McDavid signed. I don't know if that's a sign. It probably isn't in any way, but we'll remember that if they do end up winning the Stanley Cup this year. All right, 780-218-9999. Reed, more reaction coming up on the Reed Wilkins show.
Oh, plenty.
Today, yeah.
Cass is going to hop on with us.
Okay, perfect.
We'll see if Gazdic can come on today.
Oh, that'd be a good day to
And
get
then,
gas. Yeah.
maybe one of you guys can come on.
I
We're
have
just
a new
going to be
mic.
talking about it.
That
Oh,
I'd
you
like
got
to
a new
try
home
out.
mic, yeah.
For pre and post.
Yeah,
so I'd like to
you'll
try
be
it out.
home like
I'll be home.
5 o'clock hour or something?
yeah.
There
I'd
you
like
go.
to
You
try
can
it.
Tommy on maybe a little bit later on.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, we'll let you slide
Are you
out.
dismissing me?
Yeah, you can go. But
So my usefulness has outlived its liveness. Dustin Nielson saying thank you for the book, leaving my office with nary a offer of perhaps selling me some sponsorship. Or me buying some sponsorship, perhaps.
Yeah, if the bookbinder wants a sponsorship, we can make that work.
Where's Jay Millen?
The bookbinder.
Hey,
We'll get a round of applause
send
for that.
Hernan Salas in too. I want to hear how fired up Hernan is. Maybe Hernan knows what aura farming is.
I listen, man. That's brain rot. Benny knows, so it's all good. Got a text here from Matt. Says, please ask Dusty if LeBron would ever take a contract like this. I'm listening.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. That's one thing I would have liked the LeBron to do. But then here's the thing with LeBron, with all the haters.
so. Yeah.
If he does that, they say, oh, well, he can only win a championship if he takes a pay cut. You know, he can't win either way. But I know the point that you're
Well,
trying to
LeBron
make.
needs 2 superstars to win. So.
Except he's not. That's not the case.
Yeah, it is. Let's go through every championship then.
Okay, do the one with the Lakers.
Anthony.
Yeah, who's the other one? Bingo. End of story.
No, but give me a roster. I can't remember.
There was because there wasn't one.
Yeah, there was.
No, there wasn't.
Yeah,
That
and it was the
thing they
bubble
did
year.
too.
They didn't count.
Some people say the bubble year was the one. Get out of here, Hernan. Hernan's been spicy since he walked in.
I want to be clear. The Vasilevsky thing was a joke.
Oh, no, you said Vasilevsky. Oh, were you joking on that one?
Yes. You even laughed.
I did laugh.
Yeah.
It was funny. I just said you're on fire. I mean, I hope people knew it was a joke. So what do you think, buddy? What do you think of this 12.5?
It is shocking. Because the Oilers are the first one to have the actual number out there, like on their Twitter. And I was like,
they
I was
had
like,
it
is
for
this
everybody.
a fake account? And then you go on and it's unbelievable, man. 12.5. We're all sitting in there in the chill lounge and we're all still can't believe it. Like it's legendary. It's Crosby-esque, but man, You know who has the most pressure now on the Edmonton Oilers? It's not Stuart Skinner.
Bowman.
It's a management team.
Stan Bowman.
Stan Bowman, yeah.
Better win.
Right, he's got to find a way to get it done.
Oh, yeah. But 12.5.
How does he not even be like, give me 13 and 13.5? Like, he just straight up is saying, you can lock me in at this rate and go. I would have never thought in a million years we'd hear 12.5. Like, when you look at, and this is tough. I mean, the Sidney Crosby thing is the one comparison here.
Yeah.
But like, how often in other sports you see somebody who's like the best in the league? Just
Who's
like,
done this in another sport?
Nope, like just lock me into the same one.
Did Tom Brady used to do this?
Tom Brady, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
yeah, Tom
okay.
Brady, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but this is like a Crosby, Tom Brady thing.
Yeah.
Maybe Michael Jordan did it.
That's what this.
But you're talking about a guy who became a
Slap you
billionaire off
upside the
of
head.
shoe and apparel sales.
yeah.
A little bit
It is.
different.
What a great day for Edmonton, though. Monday. But you know what the best part is, too, guys?
Go on.
All the speculation. No one knew squat.
It
And all
is
the
true.
yeah, like no one knew anything. Everybody was just throwing crazy stuff out there. And the only ones I knew were McDavid. And there's reports, I think a few of the Edmonton reporters have it, where like, I guess he woke up today and was like, today, like, yeah, okay, let's do this, 2 years. So it's interesting that
He would have just texted them or called them and said, "Hey, it's 2 years, 12.5," and they would have said, "Holy shit!" And then okay,
like, "Are you
we'll send the
serious?"
contract over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it probably was one of those things where somebody's like, you know, you get those texts where like, "Hey, can we talk about? Are you free for work?"
Oh,
Like,
that's the most
lyrics,
cryptic text you can get.
Yeah.
Where you, yeah.
And I think the first one to have it was Frank Saravalli today. And then, because I ran into your office and I said, it might be today. And then things started popping up. Tom's live on air getting live updates. It's just
Like, what the
craziness.
hell's going on here?
Craziness.
Right.
And yeah, it's a great, like, listen, I got so many texts from friends and my cousins. And everybody's so happy. Everybody's going to celebrate.
Of course.
I think beer sales are going to go up today.
Look, man, Edmonton Sports Talk, we are happy.
Oh,
Connor
yeah.
McDavid's going to be around to help us continue to build this for 3 more years.
Three more years.
Which is
Fantastic.
absolutely awesome.
And when he leaves in 3 more years, it'll be another great.
Well, we'll have a lot of contact.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Sheldon in a white garbage truck says 12.5 plus Crosby's 8.7 is 21.2, which is what McDavid should be making, just saying. Do you think there's any chance he took this pay cut and he told Sid, "Hey, when you're done, you got a year left here. When you're done, come to Edmonton, play with me for a couple years."
He is probably talking to a lot of the elites. Like, hey, come to Edmonton. I mean, that's not far fetched, is it? That he's kind of out there.
That's something that Dave Pagnotta, again, on Hello Hockey, hinted at 2 weeks ago, and we posted it on our social media.
Yeah, like it's crazy, man. What a crazy day. Rumors of Jake Walman too. I don't think anything's been official.
Well,
Is it official? I don't think it's official
hang on,
yet.
let's see.
Let me see. 7x7. Was it Friedman saying 7x7? We haven't
Yes.
even talked about Walman. No disrespect to Walman. We'll get to that at some point.
You guys get to the Oilers transactions?
Yeah, we got
We did hit that. Thanks for listening.
Well, so I was in the bathroom.
The only one that's official is McDavid. The press release has gone out, obviously. And the Oilers did say they have an announcement coming up at noon. Stan Bowman will speak shortly after, and then the players will have a chance to speak tomorrow.
And we're going to try to carry that Bowman. Try to carry that Bowman live.
Yeah.
Even if we just have to
So
do
we're
the
just
audio
waiting
of
on
it.
a time for
That's
Stanley.
going to be
Once we get
intriguing
Bowman,
of
we'll go.
like the question on how this all came together. I wonder how
Yeah,
transparent
like
he's going to be
Bowman
about
say,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Connor called me this morning and said, "Okay, let's do this."
Let's do this 12.5, and then Bowman was probably like, "Seriously, we can give you like $2 million more if you want, like, or $1 million more." He's like, "No, I'm good."
Man, they got to lock something in though with that. Like we said, let's just say it's $6 million, right? Let's say you could have gotten 18.5. If Kaprizov's at 17, McDavid's worth 18.5 million or more. Well, he's basically saving them $6 million a year. Do you know how good a player you should be able to get for $6 million a year, man?
Top 9, obviously. Top 6 potentially.
Forward,
yes.
Right? Top 6 forward.
Not just that, fellas. What if it's because didn't we hear Bowman last week say that no contract extension talks with both his goaltenders? That money can go to a
goalie.
Let's just say.
Well, it's a make it or break it year. This goes to they're undecided on Stu. It's up to Stu to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, you're not making Calvin Pickard your number 1. If he's playing more games than he should be as a backup, that means Stu Skinner's playing terribly. Yeah. And you have to work on Connor Ingram to get him going again, see where he's at, how he handles things. So that's a good strategy on Bowman and Jackson's part.
The $6 million on Stuart Skinner after a fantastic year.
No. Nanso.
Just
look, man, I defend Skinner as much as anybody.
I know. It's a joke again.
There's no way Connor McDavid said, listen, I'm not 18.5. I'm going to take 12.5. Give that 6 to Stu.
Please. Immediately.
My God, you are hilarious today. You are very.
I'm kidding.
You are very funny today.
Because right now, guys, like the decor, like you got Bush signed, you got Nurse signed. It sounds like you're gonna have Walman signed. Ekholm's another big one. Are you gonna extend him? Or are you gonna let him go at his age?
Here's the interesting thing with him. Like, I don't think his is as imminent.
Yeah.
Or not imminent's not the right. Urgent.
Yeah.
Because he's a declining asset, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I mean, he obviously deserves the respect and attention that he'll get given his status on the team and throughout his career. But I don't think you need to rush that one. I think Walman taking care of that was good.
I think you're right. Like, Ekholm's not a rush. The two goaltenders are not a rush. You're
get there when you get there.
Yeah, you're going to free up. Like, Adam and Reek won't be back next year.
Probably not.
Like, you got a lot of guys that won't be back, right? So you're going to have some cap space. Cap is going up. And McDavid just shocks the hockey world, guys, with a 12-point. Like, I know you guys are doing the show, but like later go on Twitter and just see the national media. Everybody's blown away. Like, everybody's blown away. It's unbelievable, the reaction right now by the media here that he took 12. I think your reaction on the hangout was funny. You're like, wait, what? 12.5? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Like these other markets, like Toronto must be just devastated. I know there's certain people in Calgary who were so happy that he was going to leave. Like these other markets must be just distraught right now.
You think you think it impacts other elite players that are due?
This is a good question because Tommy and I went back and forth on this. We disagree. Tommy, tell Hernan your thoughts on McDavid to the other elites.
I called it like a smack to the other elite players in the league. And then like other teams and GMs could use that in their negotiations. I still think those other guys are going to get paid big bucks. I think we're going to see some contracts above Kaprizov's 17, especially if the cap does go up more than it was initially projected to, because guys want their bag and they're more into the money than they are the winning of cups. And as absurd as that sounds, the guys think of things differently. They prioritize things different. There's guys in the NHL who, I'm going to blow your mind here, and you should know this by now. Their number one thing in life isn't hockey. They're just really, really, really good at it. They want to get paid. Yeah. They want to hang out and cool. They want to go and sip cafe in Monaco. I don't know. Like
sip cafe.
Well, it's a good point because, like, for example, Adrian Kempe, I don't think he looks at this and says, well, damn, I got to be like Connor and take less. He's going to be like, hell no. You're going to pay me because I'm the best player on this team after Kopitar retires.
Right.
You know what I mean? What's your take?
Well, I think it's such a ridiculous contract that doesn't impact anybody.
Yeah.
Right? Like nobody in their right mind is going to go, well, I can't pay you more than Connor took. They're like, you're nuts. Yeah. Like, it's just factually incorrect. So,
no, but in terms of like GM saying, hey, you know what, maybe like we'll give you $2 million less and we can help this team get better.
I mean, they can try to do that, but the player can just say no.
Yeah.
This really isn't a new thing. Sidney Crosby's been essentially doing it for the last 6-7 years. Oh, there I did the 6-7.
No, you didn't say right. You got to go 6-7.
I'm truly sorry.
Yeah. See that maybe that's why it does it, because it pops up all the time. Who knows? Yeah. McDavid's contract will be year one, $850,000 as a base, $13.4 million in a signing bonus. And then year two is a $900,000 base and $9.85 million.
That's insane.
In a signing bonus. Can you imagine getting $13.4 million deposited in your bank account in one go?
That would be lovely.
I mean, that'd be a great day.
Oh, man. I would get donaires for the whole office.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, in Vegas. That's where we would go. You know what's crazy here? I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I am. McDavid and Draisaitl are both on bargain contracts.
Oh, 100%.
Think about that.
Yes.
Like if you cannot deliver a Stanley Cup team around these two dudes when they're like Draisaitl's contract it's just starting. It's already one of the best deals in the league at 14. And now you got McDavid for essentially free. 12.5 mil. Like both of these guys, if you're looking at the top 5 contracts in the National Hockey League right now, outside of dudes on entry-level deals.
Right.
These got to be two of the best value deals in the entire league.
Like Leon Draisaitl is, listen, I don't know this, but like when he sees Kirill the Thrill sign for 17 mil, like, I mean, for me, Draisaitl's a better player and deserves more than the guy in Minnesota. But you're right, Dusty. He had 14 million for Leon Draisaitl, who's top 3 player in the league. It is crazy right now. And you're right. The pressure's on this management, man. They have to deliver in the next 3 years. Good signings, good trades, whatever you have to do. Just because the cap's going up, Tom, we always say, it doesn't mean you have to spend to it. You don't have to give ridiculous
Well, there's teams
deals.
that have internal caps. That's why Rantanen got traded out of Colorado.
So be smart. No more 8-year deals for bottom 6 guys, please. And pressure's on, buddy. But do
you think has a general manager in Oilers history ever had more pressure than Bowman has right now?
Not a chance. And
I don't think so.
You know what? This is Stan Bowman. Pressure's on. Pressure's a privilege. He should stare it right in the face and say, let's go. I need to improve this team. We can look at all the free agents next year and years to come for the Edmonton Oilers, but he's got to make it count, man. He's got to make it count.
All right. So what's coming up on EST afternoons?
Yeah, obviously we're going to break this down. Gager will be...
he'll be excited.
He'll be excited. Sean Bell's going to join us.
Bellsy's going to hop on. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, the other day, someone had an Oiler highlight out and from the back in the day, and Belsy got an assist.
Did he?
Yeah, it was great. I
I
know him.
They found the highlight of Belsy's assist. Unbelievable.
Well, I don't know if he had an assist, but he was in the hug.
Oh, he was in the hug.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah, he looked
Maybe
great.
he had an assist. Maybe he
And
didn't. Who knows?
still working. We're trying to get some local reporters in. DVD said he might. He's really busy right now, and NHL.com's got him going all over the place.
Yeah.
So, we're just going to have some fun with it. Of course, we want everybody to chime in. 1 to 3, Sean Bell, and hopefully someone else to break down this amazing day here in Edmonton. McDavid, 2 years, 12.5.
Look at this guy. He's so excited. Fist me, Hernan. Boom.
People want you to sing La Bamba.
Hey, you know what?
You should sing it on your show today.
I was thinking of this last week. I said, when McDavid signs, I should sing La Bamba.
Oh.
So stay tuned. I don't know,
What a wonderful
Stay
day on
tuned.
EST afternoons today.
Maybe if we get like 200 likes.
The La Bamba boy.
Yeah, let's
La
go.
Bamba boy. All right, there we go. That is Hernan Salas.
Who do you want in?
Thanks a lot, Nan. So, I don't know who's left out there.
Reed,
Yeah, we just had Reed.
YouTube Trev.
Well, we talked to Trev right off the
Zach?
bat.
Yeah.
No,
No.
Zach will be on with you guys.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we get
all
5
right,
hours.
There you go.
of Zach,
That's
don't
good.
worry.
That's good. We're good. All right, there you go. That's Hernan Salas. EST afternoons coming up with Hernan and Joaquin Gage from 1 to 3 right here at Edmonton Sports Talk and the Smash Hit Reed Wilkins show from 3 to 6 with Reed and the Glue Guy. If you are watching over on YouTube right now, hammer the thumbs up for us. And if you've not yet subbed to our channel, please sub to our channel. And if you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, you can find us youtube.com/@YAG Sports Talk.
Just on another note, speaking of like potential free agents, all these contracts that we're seeing, I didn't see this because I was on the air with the Hangout earlier, but Utah and Logan Cooley, he rejected a $77 million 8-year extension that would have paid him $9.6 million annually. Really? Like under the category of really?
That's a pretty big chunk.
That blows my mind.
He's a pretty good player. What's he got? So is he an RFA right now?
Well, yeah, he's 20 years old.
Does he have like another year left?
Yes, I believe he does. Yeah, because this would be his third.
This would be his
season
third year.
in the
So
NHL.
I'm thinking he's going to go put up 80 points this year.
He put up 65 in 75 games
last year. I'm thinking he thinks he's going to go put up 80 points this year, and then the cap's going to go up, and he's going to get 11 million.
That's
next year. I think that's probably that has to be his thought process.
Yeah.
Or else he would have taken the 77 mil.
That report comes from Saravalli. Frank's on fire right now. Frank's on fire. So there you go.
All right, let's get to some of your text messages. You can text us 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999 is where you can get in. And if you're watching over YouTube, we'll get to a few more of those comments as well. Let's go to this one from Dan. He says, their worst team than 23, 24, 25. Do you want to sign in Edmonton as a free agent knowing that McDavid is gone in 2 years, especially after the way
We're starting this
they
already.
treated Skinner and Arvidsson?
Literally an hour later.
Does this really surprise you? Does this surprise you?
No, because there's people like that. Are you in Calgary right now? Who sent that in?
Just Dan.
Dan.
Doesn't say where he is.
All right, Dan.
He's on the internet. I know that.
Sure is.
I think he could probably convince the odd guy to come by. And what? McDavid leaves, you're still playing with Leon Draisaitl for the next
If we're playing that hypothetical game an hour after this announcement comes out, sure. Jesus. You guys. Well, not you guys. Some of you.
Yeah, I think that's probably the better one.
That's funny.
Amos Moses says, is Bowman the guy you want at the helm with this incredible gift that McDavid has given him?
We're forgetting that Jeff Jackson is part of this. They're essentially a tandem. And it's not just Stan Bowman. They work together in unison. So Bowman's the GM, Jackson's CEO of hockey operations. But again, like I said last year, was told to think of them as a 1-2 punch. And that they work together. You have something for Jeff, you got to email Stan, CC him on it. You got something for Stan, you got to CC Jeff. So
they're like Hall and Ebbs back in the day.
Yeah, bunk beds.
Yeah, I think that's it's probably good. I like McDavid doing a solid. And Luongo just tweeted this. Somebody sent it to us on the text line. No state tax strikes again.
Yeah.
That's a guy who's on the payroll with the Florida Panthers.
Can he and should he be putting stuff like that out?
No, I mean, but it's
you're
also
on the staff. Like I think there's a little bit of a
I mean, it's also
funny,
a
though.
thing. Players on that team have said it's a thing. So
yeah, no, it's funny.
let's calm down there a little bit. All right, we are a special 2-hour oil stream on the day that Connor McDavid has signed. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen studio. The Popeyes headlines are pretty simple today. Connor McDavid has signed a 2-year extension for no raise.
Yeah, unbelievable.
I can't believe we're even saying that. We had Drager on this morning on the Nielsen show. Drake said he had a better feeling about him signing today than he did going into the weekend. So obviously through the weekend, things started to ramp in the right direction for the Oilers, and it came to a head today. And they managed to get him done. You'll have 3 more years of Connor McDavid, 3 more years in that new jersey that they rolled out. Right, they can use that for a little while, right?
Yeah, you have to use it for 3. I think it's minimum 3 years whenever you have a new
Connor's
alternate jersey.
Wait until he sees what the next deal is, or the next special jersey is, and then re-sign again after that.
Yes,
you would hope.
Well,
what do you think? What do you think has to happen for us to be sitting here in 2 years going, all right, Connor's signed for 7 more, and he's going to be an Oiler for his whole career? I think that's an interesting question today.
let's think what's going to happen in his life. He'll probably have a child by then.
Yeah, he might be a daddy by then.
Might be a daddy.
He'll be exhausted.
This teacher strike will be over, and there'll be good schooling available for his future children.
Will it? Will it be over?
I hope so.
What do you know?
I know nothing. My mom worked for the Catholic schools for like 30 years. She has since retired, but I know that they deserve more money, and we need more teachers, and we need better education, and we shouldn't be dumbing down our students. We should make them smarter.
So hopefully that's taken care of.
Hopefully that's
by the time McDavid's next deal's up. Yeah,
that would be lovely. Maybe a Stanley Cup is in there, and maybe even more. Maybe those seeds that have been planted, the roots have just grown deeper.
Like I'm curious to see. Like, let's say they win a Stanley Cup in the next 3 years. Obviously, things have gone well. Mm-hmm. Savoy has probably proven that he can be a top 6 winger. Maybe Howard has proven that he's a top 6 winger. Leon signed for another 5 years at that point.
Yep.
I mean, I still think in 3 years, there's a chance. McDavid, they've used this McDavid money to bring in
Impact players.
an impact player or two as the cap continues to go up and he's locked in at this 12.5. I mean, I think it's I think there's a, like, where else are you going to go if things have gone really? Like, the only way, if they completely blow this and don't get back to a Stanley Cup final for some reason in the next 3 years, and are basically fighting for second or third and make it to maybe a conference final, like, at that point maybe it goes by the wayside. But you look at places right now that who are those guys, the money puck guys.
Yep.
They say the Oilers have the best chance to win the Stanley Cup. Odds makers are saying the Oilers have the best chance to win the Stanley Cup. The Athletic said that the Oilers have the best roster in the entire National Hockey League, and that includes goaltending being what it is right now.
Wow.
Like, it's not like this is a team that's gotten to the playoffs a couple of times and McDavid's like, I'll give you a few more years to see where we can take this. Like, this could still be a really good team 3 years from now.
How this is the team that has lost to the Stanley Cup winner 4 straight years. Without winning a Stanley Cup, how much closer can you get? Which other teams
You can't get
right
any
now
closer.
are closer than the Edmonton Oilers to winning a Stanley Cup outside of Florida, who has beaten them twice? This is about as good and as close as it gets going into the start of the regular season. You would assume, given what's being built up and how these guys are locking in. By the way, Walman official now, according to the Oilers, as of
7 years.
ago.
Yeah, a minute ago. 7 years, $7 million for Walman. We'll get
Yeah.
into that conversation in two.
They have the roots and the pillars in place to keep this going for a few more years. Now it's those pieces on the outside that'll be changing, and guys will age out. We'll see them move on from guys. But if you can continually refresh and bring in impact players to help the pillars that are already in place, they should be right there in the mix for the next 4 or 5 years. Should be the key word.
Yeah, I think McDavid's long-term future 100% comes down to how Jackson and Bowman handle the next 2 to 3 years financially. Like, can they use this money that he's gifting them to put and stabilize a contender for 6 to 7? Oh, God, why do we keep saying 6 to 7?
It's in our heads subconsciously.
Oh, God, for another 7 to 8 years beyond that, right? If they can do that, I think he probably got a pretty good case. He'll have his family more established here. Things will be more established here. And maybe there's a case to be made that he's going to stick around.
Stan
beyond
Bowman,
this.
12-15.
12-15 with Stan Bowman?
Yeah.
Okay. Where is it going to be?
It's going to be a Zoom, apparently.
Are they going to stream the Zoom anywhere?
Probably on the website. And they should be sending us a link.
All right. So we should be able to get that, and we'll play that as well.
So be ready for that. All right.
All right. So we'll have that. That'll be in about 12 minutes time. And we'll try to set that up. We'll take that live as well. Okay, what do you think about Walman? What about 7 years, $7 million for Walman?
The $7 million sticker price doesn't shock as much as it may have a year, 2 years ago. Like Frederick, this is just initial thoughts. Like Frederick, a little bit long for term, but maybe that's what helped lock him in and get it done. He's a good defenseman. I mean, he improved the blue line when they picked him up from San Jose. Is he a stalwart in his own zone? No, not necessarily. Is he prone to a gaff every game that might or might not cost them? Yep. So are other guys. But overall, I think he's made the blue line better, and the flexibility of having to put him on the right side and the left side, depending on what your needs are in the moment, game to game. I think that's great. He seems to have fit in well in the room, seems to have embraced Edmonton. I think it's a good signing. So I like it. I like Jake Walman. I think, again, it keeps the defense in a good spot, and it makes the team overall better. And we'll see. I don't know if the one thing I wondered about him when they picked him up and then kind of watched him a little bit in his early time with the Oilers is if he could truly elevate himself to be a replacement eventually for Matthias Ekholm, but I don't think they're not the same type of defenseman. But he's still very, very useful. Good signing.
They are different defensemen, that's for sure. Benny, hop in here for a sec. Let's get Benny in here for a sec. Let's see what Benny. What do you think of your captain sticking around for a couple of extra years here, buddy?
That's a captain. That's for sure. That was the first thing that screamed to me right away. It was like, I mean, $12.5 million. Like you guys talked about, Crosby. Like, if there was ever a doubt about him wanting to win, that could be shut up with that contract right there. Like it is flat out. He's putting pressure not only on himself but on the team to win with that contract. I love all the hoorah from social media and other markets about what happened with him and with
I haven't had a chance to see any of these stuff going on.
It's hilarious. And the amount of texts I've gotten from buddies that are like, oh, well, he's gone in 3 years anyway. I don't care. I don't like if the Oilers don't win a Stanley Cup in the next 3 years, that's on everyone in the management, and he deserves to walk. He deserves to leave. He deserves to go get a chance in a different market on whatever that cap hit comes at. But the Oilers have 3 more years at Connor McDavid at the same cap hit. That is ridiculous. I couldn't believe it when I thought he'd go lower than Kaprizov. Personally, I thought he'd take a cut. I didn't expect that big of a cut. That is ridiculous. I'm shocked, but beyond excited. That's a captain. That's a leader. I'm speechless. It's an insane contract. Happy to be able to cover it.
Speechless is the way to go. Eh?
Yeah. Like you just like, there's like, what do you say about it? Like it's just like he is exactly what. It's more than what you would have wanted from him. Like that $12.5 million is ridiculous for a guy like that. Like it's insane. What does this mean for the rest of the team? I mean, like you guys have been talking about, like that's another $6 million freed up. Pagnot on Hella Hockey and has been saying that Connor's been lobbying for some other guys to come to Edmonton. I mean, that's a good amount of money to work with. I don't know if it's like too big of an impact guy, especially with the cap going up, but $6 million is absolutely a lot of money you could spread out. I liked Hernan's theory though. It's for Skinner.
It's not going to be for Skinner.
No, but yeah, no, it's an insane cap hit. What a cut. Yeah, I'm incredible. An insane contract. I'm stoked.
Enjoy the day, buddy.
I will. I just ended the recording on the Wirecast so I can get a clip up like in the next 30 minutes. I came in 30 minutes early from where I'm ready to go.
Look at this guy. He's in work early today. Can you believe this guy? Unbelievable. That's Benny. You find him on Hello Hockey. He's doing a bunch of social media for us. Pops in on a lot of the shows as well. Man, what a day. Everybody's having a lot. Like, how do you stay focused today? If you're actually at work today, how can you possibly do your job the rest of the day?
A lot of people are saying they're not doing their job today. They said the afternoon's gone.
Yeah, I mean, not us technically because we have to be on the air, but if I was running a different business in town, I might just shut it down and be like, go enjoy the afternoon.
Not today.
Go enjoy the afternoon.
That's right.
Unless you're at a place that people would be coming to celebrate such a thing. Then you have to go there, yeah.
You make it a game day special type of thing.
Coach Mike says 26-27. Cap looks around just under 23 mil after the Walman addition with Ekholm and Skinner as the biggest UFAs. So with McDavid in and Walman in, he's saying it's just under 23 mil. That would be left to spend.
That's a decent amount.
That's a pretty good amount.
You can get a few good players for that much money.
That is a pretty good amount for sure. Dad/unit.
Okay.
I don't know whose handle that is.
There's some ambiguity in that name. Continue.
Dad/unit texted. It says, last week, if I said McDavid was going to sign for 12.5, people would ask me if I was smoking some of the drugs that Leaf fans are always on.
Well played. I had my rant last week. I was wrong. I'm happy that I'm wrong, especially with the way things have unfolded. I thought for sure you'd taken more than Kaprizov. Not the case. I was wrong. But I was right saying he would sign before he started the season. So there's that.
So let's just say, what they say, under 23 mil? Under 23 mil.
Sure.
Right? So that would be with Walman signed. So the roster of guys that they would have next year would be Draisaitl, McDavid. By the way, Hyman's on a killer value deal too.
Right?
At 5.5.
Wasn't that the worst signing ever by that Leafs account?
Well, I don't think we need to worry about Leafs accounts.
No, we don't.
They only usually exist up until maybe the first week of May, and then they go away. Zach Hyman, 5.5 mil. Nuge, 5.1. Fredericks at 3.8. Mangiapane will be at 3.6 next year. Henrique's a UFA, gone.
Yep.
Matthias Janmark will have 1.4 mil. Kapanen's a UFA. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
Podkolzin's got his 2.9. And then here's the other thing. You got Savoy and you have Howard on these entry-level deals. So two guys that you hope can contribute
Right.
on a pretty good bargain deal. So
See what happens with them.
Leon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 forwards if you include Howard and Savoy. Okay, and then on the back end, Bush, Nurse, Walman at 7. And they have Emberson and Regula under contract for next year as well. So they would need to, and then obviously the goaltending situation. Both those guys are UFA. So they would have about just under 23 mil to sign probably 2 defensemen,
And a goalie.
a goalie, and a forward.
Yeah. You would think, depending which goalie it is, you'd have to earmark about 6 to 7 million.
But 22 mil sounds a hell of a lot better
Yeah.
than the 16 million that they could have been dealing with if
And this
McDavid would have
is-
taken the full load.
And this is with the projection at 113 in 2 years.
I don't know what they were projecting it at.
Going back to what Dave said on Hello Hockey.
This would be whatever the Puckpedia
Yeah.
projection is right now.
He says that the projections that have been circulating for the last year or so in regard to the next couple of seasons are low. And that next year could be, again, 3 million to 4 million more than what was projected. And then, probably the same amount for 2 years from now. So it's projected to be around 113 in 26, 27, or 27, 28. And then if that's low, if that's the modest projection, it could be upwards of like 120 million.
Coach
So you
Mike
might have
says that
more
it's projected
cap
at
space.
104.
104, then 113.
Yeah.
So Dave's
that's at
saying next
104.
year, So Dave's saying next year, agents and teams are already working off of projections of 107 to 108.
Okay, so it
And then
could
the
be
year
even more
after
than that
could
because
be
then they
even
could be
more.
looking at like
Thank you.
25 mil.
Yep. So you might have even more wiggle room, is what I'm saying, ultimately. Potentially. If revenue continues to increase the way it has league-wide.
The troll texts in and says, I was hoping for Leon money to help them contend. This is beyond expectations. Ross says, sounds like lots of room to fit in Sorokin as well. JR from Calgary says, hey, gents, it really does show his true character. It's so rare to see this in today's world. Hats off to McDavid and his family. Cheers, JR from Calgary.
Is the league trolling? I just reposted it, but is the league trolling everybody? They've got McDavid GIF laughing and says every Edmonton Oilers fan after Connor McDavid signing his new deal.
Is that the NHL's
the
account?
league account? I said even the league's getting in on it.
Bones is in and says, today I have hugged a couple of coworkers that I'm not even that close with.
Okay. Let's make sure we're not having any HR violations, but well done, Bones.
I'm working in one of my Walmarts today, hard as a rock, and telling everyone, telling everyone that he can. I know Ian. I've seen him in his Walmart out on the east side there, just walking around working at Walmart.
I didn't need that visual, but
I mean,
that's
it's kind of funny
Okay.
though. It's kind of funny. 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999, and we will get to a few of those as we continue to work our way through the show today.
Oh, they're getting ready for the Stan Bowman availability.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to stream this?
I don't know.
Are they streaming it anywhere?
Let's find out. I would assume as much.
I think if they're not, did Reed say we stream it?
Well, I sent the link. Let's cut that audio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless did that make it to air, or is it just in our ears? Yeah. Can you guys just check? All right. You can text us 780-218-9999. We're working on the Stan Bowman availability here. I'm going to take this out because I can hear it. Is it going to air? Just make sure it's not. Just making sure. All right, let's get to a few texts here. Text us 780-218-9999. Kootenay time. Tim says LeBron signing in Edmonton with all the cap space they have now. Well played, Kootenay time, Tim. This one says, boys, the only certain thing 2 years from now is we will find out McDavid is employed as a tree planter by Aspiration. That's signed by Capper with that text. And then the Bowman availability is on YouTube, so it is public, so we're okay. Good. This one says, I'm not usually a listener, but I started tuning in live the second I heard the news. Tidy business from Paul Coffey on the McDavid contract. Yeah, sure. Paul Coffey. That's from Dad/Unit. Appreciate that, Dad/Unit. And yes, Paul Coffey will not take, but he had probably very little to do with it. All right, you're back. We're good.
Yeah, I'm back. No, I was just going to check on the best way to take this thing live. So the boys are gonna set that up right now, and we'll get to it. We'll get to it live. The Oilers are gonna have it live on their YouTube account, and we'll take it live as well. All right, we good to go, guys?
There we go.
Let's do it. We can't hear it yet. Trev's going to try to set that up. We want to hear what Bowman says. He's going to meet with the media here right away.
All right, he's just getting going.
And, he's going to be chatting right away.
What a day.
I can't believe it's 12.5.
I'm still blown away by that. Okay. Keep those texts coming in. Lots. Dad Unit, what a name. A lot of people. Matty Rupp says LeBron would never sign this type of deal.
Oh, please. What are we doing here?
This out of Calgary, first-time texter says, hey, Dusty, maybe I missed it. Did you play your McDavid signing
No, we're
song?
going to do it tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I think you'll like it, but we'll do it tomorrow morning.
This one says, I just saw a tree service truck drive by me. I think it was McDavid driving it.
Really? Is that it? Do you guys? I can just play the audio. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Here's Bowman right now. Oh, gotta plug it in. Where's
what?
Where's my audio cable?
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. We got it going. And 3, 2, 1, go.
But it's been great. So yeah, different, but it was fun.
Did you arrive at 12.5 million, or maybe you could characterize for us what your feeling was when you realized that you might get the best player in the league for $12.5 million AAV?
Yeah, and that's really a question really more for Connor than us. Like that was what Connor wanted, and it was not like we made a pitch that he should sign for that amount. We never had those conversations at all. So, I think when it came down to it, and we're just excited to get ourselves to where we are today. This is obviously it's a very exciting day for our organization and for the fans in Edmonton and our team. I've been able to run into some of our players here today, including Jake Walman when he was here, and like the players were shocked as well. Like, holy cow, what a leader this guy is. And I think everyone probably had the same reaction. But I guess getting to know Connor how I have, over the last year, he is a one of a kind guy. Like he's such a tremendous leader and so motivated to try to win. And I think that's a testament to who he is as a person.
Derek Van Diest of NHL.com. Go ahead.
Hey, Stan. Congratulations on the deal. I just want to ask you about what kind of onus is on you guys now to kind of build a team around him when he comes in at that number. I guess how does that kind of switch? I know you're trying to put a championship team on there, but now you have the best players saying, "Use my money to build a team around me."
Yeah, well, I mean, nothing changes. That's the way this has been since the day I started here. It was, we all have the same belief, which is the reason I came here was because I believe we can win and I want to win. And that's what motivates me to do this. And I know that's what motivates Connor. So nothing changes. I think it's continue on with our approach, which has always been, we're here pushing ourselves every day to find ways to make our team better, and nothing will change from that regard. So it's full steam ahead, and it's an exciting time to be with the organization.
And how does that flexibility help, especially going into next season, free agency, maybe trades at the deadline this year? Like how does having that extra money help you?
Well, without question. I mean, when you have more money to spend, it gives you a lot more options than you otherwise would. So absolutely, it's a great situation to be in, and we can't wait to keep going here and trying to make our team better.
Thank you for that. Reed Wilkins of Edmonton Sports Talk. Go ahead, Reed.
Thanks, Jamie. Hi, Stan. I just wanted to circle back to the $12.5 million. I mean, a player who could make as much as he wanted within the rules of the NHL CBA, decided not to get a raise. I'm just wondering, was that something you knew about earlier? Did that come to you this morning or in the last 24 hours that he was like, okay, that's the number. I'm cool making this the same.
Yeah, no, honestly, I'm being genuine when I say every conversation I've had with Connor or Judd over the summer and the previous weeks, we never once talked about money, because this is a unique situation, because it's not about the money for Connor. And I think I've been open about that's not at all what this is about. So yeah, I think he can answer that, but I don't want to speak for him, because we're just excited that he believes in where we are and where we're headed. I think that's the thing that's great news for us. And but the number itself was nothing we ever spoke about.
And then in terms of, you've made references not just today, but in other days about discussing where the organization is at, where you're headed. With the fact that it's a shorter term deal, does that alter your approach, create a different sense of what you need to do in a shorter term? Thanks.
Yeah, no, it doesn't change anything at all for me. I mean, it's not like we're planning out 5 years from now to be a team that might be able to win the cup. And, no, our focus last year was to win. Our focus this year is to win. So this doesn't change anything. I think my conversations with Connor are just about, he's curious. He likes to know, like what's coming and what the thoughts are and how I see the team and how we can get better. I mean, it's all very good discussions, good dialogue back and forth. Yeah, he's a very smart guy in addition to being an amazing player. Like he's got a lot of good ideas, and that's why it's fun to talk hockey with him.
Next time we'll go to Daniel Nugent Bowman of The Athletic. Go ahead, Daniel.
Sorry. Hi, Stan. It sounds like this, like you said, Connor, the money wasn't the only thing for him and wasn't the most important thing. So you probably knew you were going to get him a little bit less than the full 20%, threshold there. But do you start to have meetings now? How does this work in terms of, you saved a lot of money. How to kind of approach the next little while and what you want to do with that money? How do you do that?
Well, I mean, nothing changes in the short term. I think so. It's not like we're having a changing course with our plans. Like I think certainly it's a great situation to have more options next summer than we would otherwise. But I don't think anything changes. We still have to do our work and prepare for. I mean, you're constantly living in both worlds, which is the here and now. This year, like we're still we got opening game on Wednesday. We're really focused on that right now and getting off to a good start and seeing how our team looks and seeing what adjustments we need to make. The fact that he's signing for 12.5 AAV, that's probably that's going to impact more where we go in the summertime. But as far as this year, that doesn't change anything. We were always going to be operating and trying to improve our team. So it's not like we're going to try something different just because of where we're at. I think it's a great situation to be in. We're optimistic for where we are right now. I like our group for this year, and getting off to a good start is important. So we're looking at that right now. And then as we get into the season more and you start looking at the deadline and the off season, then we certainly have more options than we would have otherwise. And that's fantastic.
Yeah, and you have a short term here, obviously, this coming year and then the 2 more, so 3. Does that make you want to be more aggressive, given that it seems like a bit more of a fixed time period? Does that make you want to put some more chips in? Not that you haven't, but to really kind of ramp it up here and go for broke?
I mean, yes, but I would say nothing's changing. I mean, we had the exact same approach a year ago. We've been, if you look at the way we've operated over the last 13 months, we've been looking at our team right now, and like we're not building to 5 years from now to be a good team. And I think so. Yeah, it's full steam ahead, and we're excited.
Ryan Rashog, TSN.
Thanks, Jimmy. Stan, just wondering about kind of the standard that McDavid sets here in making winning the priority and future deals that you might do. Like, quite often dipping into free agency, everybody kind of knows, well, you got to overpay in free agency sometimes. Is the standard here a little bit different now with McDavid setting this bar, and just you're looking for players who are coming here with a like mind to winning? And you have to be a little bit careful about dipping into those free agent waters where, you're spending that money and maybe overpaying in certain situations. So how does it sort of change your player acquisition philosophy in terms of the dollars that you're willing to do on deals for guys?
I don't think it changes anything. If we're trying to win, and like I've said a few times now, we're not trying to build this up to be good down the road. We want to win now. So usually that requires, bringing in good players and developing players from within. I think that's the one thing I'm excited about for this year's team is we have a group of players on our team now that have a lot of runway left to keep growing their game and getting better over the course of the season. So I think, looking at our team this year, I expect our team to be a better team in the spring than we are now for a couple of reasons. We hope to add to the mix of adding new players, but also we've got a group of players much more than last year who, if we can do our job and, with our coaching staff working with these guys and them gaining experience, they're going to keep improving. So I think our team should be getting better that way. So that's really when your team has a chance to take that next step. And hopefully that final step is when we can have some internal progression in addition to external ads. So when we get to next summer, I think it's kind of the same thing. We're always looking to bring in new players that will give us a new look or give us an edge, which we don't have. And that's not going to change. We're going to have opportunities that we otherwise wouldn't have had because Connor wanted the AAV that he did. So absolutely, it's a great situation, but it doesn't change anything. Like we were planning on being aggressive all along. And back to your question, as far as what other players are motivated by, I think when you see Connor's, it's obvious what he wants, which is he wants to win, and his actions have shown that. I think that's a pretty inspiring thing for a player to see. So each player's situation is different, but if I'm a player that's thinking to come to Edmonton for next year, it gets me pretty excited knowing how committed the captain is.
Is there a bit of a needle to thread here, though, Stan? Because, I mean, it's not like he signed an 8-year deal, and you have to maybe at the same time get this team over the hump, and try and get that cup. but also understand maybe the long-term goal is for McDavid to commit and be here long-term. And part of that has to do with making sure that it's not stripped down too much, as sometimes Stanley Cup winners have to do to get there. So are you conscientious of that balance of him looking at this long-term as well down the road?
I guess everything factors into it, Ryan, but I think, making a push to try to win is the most important thing right now. And I think that's a commitment that we've all made to Connor when we've had conversations like we're here, we're on the same page as you are. We want to win. And the other part of it is, we've got some younger players even this year, which, and we've made a commitment to our development staff and to recruiting players in Europe and North America. And that's going to continue to be a big focus for us. So I think the goal is to try to do both. And of course it's hard. We're not going to be accumulating lots of top 10 draft picks in the coming years, but that doesn't mean you can't get young players. And I think look at our roster now compared to where it was a year ago. So, we didn't get any more draft picks over that period of time, but we've been able to, find some young players and develop them. So I think that's part of what these conversations we've had with Connor is just explaining to him the vision on how can we do this? How can we also find a way to bring in some younger guys and develop them and have them, they don't have to be all world players this year, but you look ahead 2 years from now, you get a couple guys in their early 20s that have 2 years of NHL experience. That's when those guys tend to really come into their own, and that's lining up really well with this timeline. So, that's our goal.
Hey, Stan. Jason Gregor, Sports 1440.
Morning, Stan. When you look at, you've talked about money wasn't part of the negotiation really at all. It was all more kind of, I guess, educational and hearing both sides of things. I'm assuming that's rather different than a lot of negotiations you've had in the past. Can you kind of explain kind of how this was just so unique and different in your regard without money being a conversation point?
Yeah, in my experience, it's usually in every negotiation, it's a factor of the term and the salary. Those are the two things. And then once you get agreement on that, you talk about the structure, you talk about other things. But I would say in every other negotiation, it's focused on the money. So this was it was really an unprecedented type situation. And it was really trying to get Connor to a comfort level where this felt right. And I said from the beginning, I don't know when it's going to be, but Connor's going to, when it feels right to him, then he's going to make his mind up. So in the process of those discussions, then it's my job to just have conversations and talk to him and explain things and understand what he has to say. And, I'm not here to share what those conversations are, but I had a number of really good conversations with him, and it was never once about term or dollars. So it's extremely unusual. But the circumstances are unusual. I mean, Connor's such a special player and special guy, and leader that I think this situation called for probably a different approach.
And you did sign another contract today, Jake Walman, 7 years at $7 million AAV. Just kind of tell us about that negotiation, specifically what makes you excited to have him in the fold for that long.
Yeah, very excited. Had a great chat with Jake when he came in today to sign it, and he's pumped. That process has gone on for a while, and it was a situation of trying to, work in with our structure, but also reward Jake for not only his current play, but his position in the landscape. I mean, when you have a year left in your deal, you're probably trying to navigate what's my value going to be if I sign, if I don't sign, what's the market going to look like? There's a lot of, predictions or a lot of guesswork in that. But in my conversations with Jake, it reminded me of when we traded for him, and I talked to him about coming to Edmonton, and we really believe in him as a player, and we think this is going to be a great opportunity. And we don't look at this as a 1-year situation. Like right when that first conversation I had with him, I said, we see you as a player that can help us and be a part of this in the future. And, obviously that's something that players, I think, like to hear, and they like to understand their role, not only in the current group, but in the future. And I think he was a great fit for our team. He came in and he really changed the complexion of our D, and it kind of made everyone just fit in their spots just right. And I think I was really impressed with his ability, and super competitive guy. I wasn't, until we got him on our team, I didn't realize how much of a warrior he was. I mean, he blocks shots all the time. He's very competitive, physical. He's got that competitive side. And on top of that, he's such a great skater. He's really effortless stride. So his mobility is really good. He's got a big shot. He's comfortable playing on the right side, which was something that, we're looking for. It's always great to have a lot of right-handed defensemen, but if you have a guy that's comfortable playing there, and I think, he's an offensive weapon when he's on the right side, because he's got that one-timer, and he just gives us a threat offensively beyond just Ekholm and Bouchard. Now we've got, along with him and Nurse, we've got 4 guys that they can all make plays. Jake and Darnell are great skaters, big guys, strong. So when you add that all up, it's a very big piece of the current team, and also going forward. I believe having a strong defense is very important to your long-term success for a team, especially when you have some offensive forwards that are very talented. If you can support them with guys that are comfortable with the puck, but not such one-way players that they can't dig in and play in their own end. And I think Jake checked all those boxes. So very happy that he believed in us and he wanted to be here.
Great. Thank you, Stan. I see no other questions on the board there, so we'll end it here. Thanks, everybody, for participating.
All right, there we go. That is Stan Bowman, the general manager of the Edmonton Oilers, with a number of questions from the local media. Shout out our guy, Reed Wilkins. I think I counted 4 or 5 "this doesn't change anything" comments.
Yeah.
Which 4 right now, I guess it doesn't. Right? Like he said, this would be some wiggle room for next summer, right?
Yeah, go get a team that's a cup contender. Make it happen. One thing that stood out to me, I think you were setting stuff up with Trev, and so I don't know if you caught it, but Stan Bowman said this was Connor's idea. Like he said, nope, I'm coming to you, $12.5 million, 2 years, and they're just like, okay. Like,
yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
McDavid just decided that he was going to stay with no raise.
Yeah,
for a couple years.
I'm good.
To
Let's
give
go.
this team the best possible chance to win.
That really stood out to me at the start.
It has happened. He did say that the push to win is the most important thing right now. Whereas basically you're all in for the next 3 years. Again, right? He said, they've been trying to make some deals to bring in some younger guys, which they have. But his quote was, the push to win is the most important thing right now in this window. So you'd have to think they continue to be aggressive at deadlines and take a run at the Stanley Cup as many times as they can over the next 3 years.
High praise for Jake Walman at the end there. And I was just looking up Walman responses, and there are some people that hate Jake Walman.
Really?
Not in oil country, but
I was going to say, I haven't seen that in this city much.
No. They've liked him so far, and I think they have a lot of reasons to. He's been a good fit for the Oilers. And then there are others from San Jose and Detroit that miss Jake Walman. So not so much St. Louis, where he broke in.
They don't miss him.
Well, I mean, he was a young defenseman breaking in, so it was interesting. Not as much. Well, there's some love for him, but quick update in regard to Janmark and Walman. Janmark sounds like a couple of weeks, and Walman less than that. So, but no real time frame for
Walman less than a couple of weeks.
Yeah, but yeah, Mark, a couple weeks.
All right, 780-218-9999. Your reaction to what Stan Bowman had to say. If you're watching over YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. Turn on autoplay on YouTube as well, because our coverage here at Edmonton Sports Talk of Connor McDavid signing an extension for no raise continues. EST Afternoons is coming up from 1 until 3. The Reed Wilkins Show from 3 until 6. Sean Bell is going to join EST Afternoons. Cassian's going to be on, and Luke's trying to track down Gazzola as well. Tommy's going to hop on that show a little bit later on in the day to dive into even more reaction that we've seen so far throughout the day. The Edmonton Oilers right now, just to dive into the numbers game here for Play Alberta. Not that this changes anything for this year, but I thought it was an interesting time to look at it. The Edmonton Oilers have the second best odds to win the Stanley Cup right now at Play Alberta, which does tie into, what type of team do they have that they can continue to sell Connor McDavid on, this team being like, I think this year, if we're looking at the last 2 years, and then the next 3 years, because McDavid is now under contract for the next 3 years. Last 2 years, trips to Stanley Cup finals. And then you get these 2 years after this year. I think this year would be the most down of all the years.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Like they're working in some younger guys. They're going to go in with 6 to 7 more million weaponized for free agency next year.
Yeah.
I think this might be what could end up being viewed when you look back at this 5-year stretch is not but like a reload year, like a retool year a little bit. And then it opens up to a couple of all-in years with some money that they have to spend. And they're still, even going into this year, have the second best Stanley Cup odds behind a team that can't even get to a cup final out of the East in the Carolina Hurricanes.
I think that Carolina, this is the beginning of the end for the Carolina Hurricanes.
I guess what I'm trying to get across is if I think this is the down year and they're still one of the top 1 or 2 favorites to win the Stanley Cup, you should be really excited about the next 2 years. He said it. Howard, Savoy, sort of on that timeline to really hit their stride over the next couple of years.
Right.
They're plus 750 to win it this year, second best odds. What are they going to be the next 2 years if those guys can continue to develop and they can go out and spend 23, 24, 25 million on a goalie, a top 6 forward or 2, and a couple of defensemen?
Yeah.
Like,
just, in regard to potentially taking a step back or this year not being as successful as going to the Stanley Cup final, the reasons why, and we're being logical about this, is how much hockey have the Oilers played in the last 4 years? It's a condensed schedule again with the Olympics. Keep an eye on wear and tear. Keep an eye on injuries. I know the
there's
Oilers
a lot there too, right?
Just keep an eye on it. This is what could happen. Now, I still think they're going to be a very good team. If they get to the playoffs and they do stay healthy and their legs are good and they're fresh, it could be a different story. I think they're definitely a contender, but it's just this happens to teams that are in their windows and they play a lot. Is bumps and bruises catch up. The body doesn't have as much time to heal in the offseason. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it could. Keep an eye on it this season. And then maybe, because I said the same thing too, I think maybe this year is a step back and then the next year or two, they go and they win. So just keep an eye on that. This is going to be a really good team. And they got the commitment from their captain who kind of is resetting the tone once again, showing he's all in on winning.
You know what's interesting though, with Barkov out, maybe this team this year could beat the Florida Panthers.
Yeah,
if the Panthers were to get back. I think it's crazy to think the Panthers will be back, but I said the same thing last year and I was proved very wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And the West doesn't. It's the same thing. It's Dallas.
The West is weaker.
It's Colorado. It's Vegas, and it's the Kings.
Yeah.
Right. Who else in the West is going to push the Edmonton Oilers?
Is Colorado even?
I don't think Colorado is as good as other people think they are,
Yeah.
but Colorado's still a very good team.
They're a good team.
I think they're a very good
Yeah.
team. Like I think the West is 5 heavy at the top. Edmonton, Vegas, Colorado, Dallas, and I do put the Kings in there. I respect
What
the
about
Kings.
the Jets?
Ooh, yeah, that is disrespectful.
I
for
would
the
take
Jets.
the Kings out, put the Jets in.
I don't think the Jets have it again this year.
They just don't have that.
I don't think they'll have the regular season that they had last year. Playoff oomph, there isn't any.
Right.
And I don't think they can duplicate what they did last year in the regular season. You know what? I'd put the Jets in the 5-6 range.
Okay.
With the Kings. I'd put them on a similar level to the Kings, to be honest with you. Which might be disrespectful to Jets fans. I know we've got a lot of Jets listeners because of our relationship with us and Winnipeg Sports Talk. I hope that doesn't come across as disrespectful, but I think that's probably where it would slot.
But they don't get it done in the postseason.
No, I mean, until they do, that's
a
probably
valid
not
case
that,
against Winnipeg. Great lineup, great roster, amazing regular season last year, and it blew up and imploded in the playoffs.
Everybody asking for that McDavid signing song. It'll be played tomorrow. It is ready. I've got it sitting right here, but we're going to play it tomorrow morning on the Nielson Show. That's usually where we launch all of our cheesy songs. So we're going to do that tomorrow morning. I think you'll like it. I've been sitting on it for a couple of weeks, but it is ready to go. I want to get to this one text. I don't know. Maybe they don't. Oh yeah. First time he's texted in. Thank you very much. Tell your friends how easy it is to listen to Edmonton Sports Talk. We've got 5 more hours of live McDavid signing coverage coming down the pipe here. Garth texts in today. First time he's ever texted in. I'm a teacher on strike. If this is how every strike starts, I never want to work again.
Oh, Garth, we're with you, buddy.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty memorable day. Alberta teachers go on strike. Connor McDavid signs, and then the trivia question 20 years from now the answer will be Jake Walman. What other player signed with the Edmonton Oilers on the day Connor McDavid signed his extension?
Jake Walman, 7x7.
And it was Jake Walman.
What a day.
All right, Nasty Chat has been rolling. Let me see if I can get to a few of these. But, man, it is such a McDavid thing to not even have a press conference for this.
He's going to speak tomorrow following practice. Yeah.
How they are handling it is Bowman did a Zoom today, and McDavid will speak to the media after practice tomorrow. For the best player in the National Hockey League, signing a 2-year extension with no raise. And McDavid's just like, I'll just do a scrum. That'll be it.
Well done, sir. Again, tip of the cap to Connor McDavid. If you haven't already subscribed, we've got a ton of new viewers. Please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and welcome to EST. We're your clear choice for sports in Edmonton.
Yeah, we've got you covered. First pregame show will go Wednesday.
Yes.
Pre and post game on Wednesday in a Battle of Alberta. That should be a lot of fun.
Yep.
We'll have that for you. Gazzola will have that for you. That'll be on all of our channels as well. Tune in, iHeart, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, and over on YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube today, our morning show, The Nielson Show, on all those platforms, but also simulcast now on 95.7 Cruise FM as well. So you can go there. Walman's interesting. You comment on Walman. I just quickly want to say, I think this is a deal that could look really good in 3 years. I think he's close to being about a $7 million defenseman now. But when the cap goes up by 10s to 20 million, I think this is what you're gonna be like, oh yeah, Walman's a pretty decent deal.
And that's a fair point. And our view collectively of what, how we were looking at 10 million, that was like the ultimate in the NHL. That was the high end guy. That's gone now. Now we're going to start pushing towards, we got Kaprizov at 17. People like me thought McDavid would and should get more. Didn't happen. Stays at 12.5. But it's just indicative of those $6 to $10 million guys. Now that's going to become just a decent player in the NHL, not a high-end superstar.
That's why Hyman's deal is such a ridiculous deal.
That's right.
Even Nuge, with the way he played last year, 5.1 ain't bad for Nuge.
No.
If he can get you 50 to 65 points, maybe.
Yep.
That's still an okay deal there, too.
We're in the era of the $3 million man being a fourth liner. And you're not going, geez,
is this a Pod Colton conversation?
No. I
feel like it is, Tommy.
I value Vasily Podkolzin for being a good third, fourth line player. I understand and can appreciate why he works with Leon Draisaitl. If there was a guy that worked his ass off to get me the puck and do all the physical stuff and heavy lifting every shift, I would also value and appreciate him the way Leon Draisaitl does. So anyway, it's not a Podkolzin thing, but it is just a sign of where we're going when you're talking about Walman at $7 million for the next 7 years. It's just cap's going up, and we're going to see big numbers for guys that in years past we didn't think would deserve that type of money. It's just how the market is shifting in the National Hockey League.
The Gourdfather says, besides Darnell Nurse, what other Oiler has an overpay for a contract? And the answer is really not any. Even Boucher's 10.5 is close to what those guys are going to be going for.
And if you're like a 60 to 70 point D-man,
who else is it? Like, there isn't any.
Yeah.
We said it earlier. McDavid and Draisaitl are both on absolutely extremely team-friendly deals for what we are going to see these other guys, get their hands on here in the near future.
What a day. Jeez.
Pretty fun day as well. The Wolf says, I guess on Wednesday, my tattoo artist will get to listen to his first ever EST pregame show.
Yes, he will.
Oh, he's getting a new tattoo. And McDavid signed. And he's golfing. What a week for the Wolf. What a week for the Wolf.
Zedmo says, I hope Podkolzin moves into Tommy's building. Well, he does live across the street, so I think that's close enough, Zedmo.
Yeah, so it's close.
It's close enough.
It's kind of close enough. He's probably not gonna get any closer than that. I don't think Iwanek lets anybody new move into your building anyway.
No, he doesn't.
So you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about that. All right, tomorrow morning on the Nielsen Show, we will have Craig Button on this deal. Tuesdays are now Wyshynski. So Wyshynski will be on this deal as well. All of your reaction as well, plus the Connor McDavid signing song. We'll have that for you tomorrow as well, which I guess we can play for the next 3 years now, which is kind of exciting as well. Hangout tomorrow. Iwanek back tomorrow? Does he finally come back from
tomorrow.
This early October vacation? So Iwanek will be back on the hangout tomorrow. Pretty memorable hangout today.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys got the McDavid side. You know what? The McDavid thing is, it's just so McDavid. Nobody had it. Nobody was even remotely close.
They kept it tight.
The closest was Elliott a few weeks ago when he said, the number is probably going to come in lower than people were expecting.
Right, but not
even Elliott was hinting towards no raise at all whatsoever.
To me, that's crazy.
So he comes back, no raise, no real press conference to announce it, just goes about his business. The most low-key superstar that we've seen in a long time in any sport.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of a page out of the Sidney Crosby playbook.
100%.
Which is probably a good guy to take a page out of.
One of the best.
Him moving forward. EST Afternoons is on the way. Zacticum, we have Belzy for sure. Okay.
Belzy in the second hour, co-host of Hello Hockey, and DVD from NHL.com might check in. He's pretty busy right now, though, with some of his responsibilities.
We just heard him on the Zoom call there as well.
Yeah,
so.
Gager and Hernan, super busy show. The Walman and McDavid.
Tons of reaction. That will continue on EST Afternoons. And
I'm just glad this whole saga is over and done with.
It's done.
Oilers fans can rejoice. They can shove it in Toronto fans' faces, all those other markets that have been trolling them. Go have your day, Oilers fans.
There's a good Leafs troll in the signing song.
Is
you
there?
hear it tomorrow. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I ripped the Leafs fans pretty
funny.
hard. You know what? For the last 3 weeks, I've been sitting here going, what's holding it up? What's going to change for McDavid? Like, what's going to change tonight? And it turns out in the end, he just was going to sign for 2 more years with no race. Yeah. Like, what a legendary move. What an absolutely legendary move for this market.
Boss move.
And you hope that the team can use that money in the next off season. You hope they can use that money to put together 2 legitimate Stanley Cup runs and either deliver a cup or 2 or convince him to take 7 more runs at it or something like that, right? So, yeah, monumental day for Edmonton Oilers fans everywhere. And Jake Walman gets his deal done as well. I mean, pretty much. The Walman deal almost is money that McDavid left on the table.
Yeah, kind of.
Right? It's pretty much $6 to $7 million.
Yeah.
Said it again. But that's okay because Zach, don't do the hand gestures.
Don't do
the hand gestures, Zach.
I was going to
Are you one of those guys? Do you say that with your buddies?
I don't, but I see it a lot, and I was calling a couple hockey games over the weekend. There was a lot of kids doing the 6-7 Sally after scoring. Yeah.
It's getting pretty ridiculous.
I don't get it.
It's getting pretty ridiculous.
Massive.
All right, we're going to try to turn things around very quickly for EST Afternoon, so we're going to slide out. Gager and Hernan will continue this conversation. Hernan Salas was teasing a La Bamba performance.
I want to hear it live.
He won live. That's an ST award-winning performance.
He sang it at the ST.
Yeah, and he won last year's Esty for best live musical performance for La Bamba, and he was teasing that coming up here on EST Afternoons, and the Reed Wilkins show will absolutely be a banger as well on a day that you will not forget. Connor McDavid signing for 2 more years at the exact same amount of money he was making, an all-time legendary move. That's going to do it for a special 2-hour Boston Pizza oil stream. EST Afternoons is on the way next. Reed Wilkins show coming up. We're talking on TuneIn. We're talking on iHeart, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, and turn on autoplay right on over on YouTube, and that'll take you right into EST Afternoons as well. You don't have to go anywhere to get that good Oilers coverage that we will continue to deliver here on EST. McDavid signing song, first thing tomorrow morning on the Nielson Show at 6 o'clock on 95.7 Cruise FM. We'll talk to you then.